Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Swiss Round 4 of the Pokemon Crystal Full Item Randomizer Tournament. My name is Roush, commentating by myself today. This could go very, very well. And we are going to be observing DiegoArmando versus Manelash. So we have, what do we have? Mexico versus Italy? Kill me now. I'm American. I don't know all of my flags perfectly. But so thank you everybody who is joining us today. Obviously, we have good luck to our competitors, and we will go ahead and give them the all clear. And we will get this match underway. Looking forward to it. So right now, both of our competitors are 2 wins and 1 loss. For those of you who aren't exactly following along with the format of the tournament, there are 6 Swiss group stage rounds, and followed by an actual bracket stage. But what did we say? Top 24? I think it's the top 24 in the Swiss rounds will get to advance onto the bracket stage. So right now, Diego and Manelash in a very, very solid position. Whoever wins this match today will obviously go up 3-1 for their record so far, and will almost be guaranteed a spot in bracket. I think that's how the math works on it. I didn't run and double check it myself. So there is that going on. Right now we are... Which one are we listening to? We are listening to... Alright, we are listening to Diego's right now. We're going to go ahead and... I'm going to quickly switch over to mains just for a second because I did want to double check. Okay, this one is... that's what I was afraid of. We will go ahead and drop Diego's just a little bit. Okay, so I have gotten the all clear that our countdown is starting. Unfortunately, I don't think either of our competitors have their live splits set to link with the racetime.gg, so this will be a little more difficult for me to judge the countdown on stream. So we're just gonna we're gonna have to rely on a good old-fashioned. We're just gonna watch until we actually get started. All right, and away we go. Manelash on the right, Diego on the left. And, ooh, a Magneton. That is, unfortunately, it's a little bit of a longer cry, so that means we'll have a little bit of extra time spent here in the opening cutscene, but hopefully it's not going to be too bad. And our first item, we have a Dire Hit. Not exactly useful too early on in the race. Both of our runners setting to Saturday, which means both of them have the opportunity to do the Bug Catch Little Mini National Park time save. It's not too much, but it doesn't matter a whole lot. But anyways, Dire Hit, kind of a useless item in terms of trying to go consistently fast. So it's not exactly a good item to start off with. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so both of our runners should be taking the Aerodactyl, which is good because their rivals are going to be carrying the Golem, which, being weak to Surf and also a good amount of EXP for every time that you go into the rival battle. Ooh, all right. So we have HM06 Whirlpool right off the bat. That's okay. It doesn't really do anything for us in the early game, but it is nice to at least have. Mintberry on the Aerodactyl doesn't exactly mean too much in terms of money. Might even be worth just giving it right back unless you get a good enough held item early on. Ooh, Pink Bow. Pink Bow is okay. We'll see what happens. We do have physical attacker Aerodactyl here in the offset, so having a Pink Bow which boosts the power of normal type moves in this generation, it's not too bad. Manelash just gonna go ahead and sell everything. 3 Pokeballs, couple potions, and a bunch of repels. And Diego opting to, I believe it was to not sell anything. Aerodactyl, Egg Bomb, and Iron Tail. That's an okay moveset to start, I think. Yeah, you can make it work. Gyarados, not necessarily a better main, I believe, right now, as Diego is going ahead and grabbing the Zephyr badge. right here off of the first route. Super Potion in the hidden item spot here. Not too bad. We'll be fine. Dragon Scale is worth a little bit of money. Rare Candy is good to have in your inventory for Diego's side. Mystery Berry. Mystery Berry is nice and good early on. Oh, that Gyarados has a terrible moveset, but it was holding a TM, so we'll see where that leads. We're going to go ahead and switch over to Diego's audio. Just a little bit of a lead, but won't be hopefully too bad. Poison Cure Berry, not bad. You don't have a lot of early game healing items, so it does kind of help to have some form of way to heal off early game poison status. It's not too bad. Diego might not have picked up the berry. Headbutt Ampharos, quick attack, body slam, and outrage. Not exactly a good Ampharos moveset, but we can see Diego might go for a headbutt option. As Manelash goes ahead and moves back into the lead, starting on the youngster who has a Tangela lead. That's not the worst thing in the world. We do have the Psychic on Aerodactyl. That should be a nice clean one-shot. Sunflora should also go down through a couple of moves. The Vital Throw isn't too bad. Unfortunately, the Aerodactyl does have Poison immediately for Diego. That's kind of unfortunate, but like I said, we did pick up the Poison Cure Berry, so we don't have to worry about that. At least chipping our health down to, or chipping his health down to 0. Don't have to worry about that. Tia and Manelash are going to be saying no to Mom. Manelash is going to go ahead and check out the Dark Cave item here early, and we'll see what we come up with. A TM44 Cross Chop. That's not too terribly bad. Fortunately, it doesn't have a lot of power points. But it is, ooh, okay. HMO to Fly. Alright, we take those. Diego is just going to go ahead and check and see what the headbutt trees are. Not really liking that moveset off of the Aerodactyl, I can only assume because of its terrible accuracy. Manelash finding a Raichu. Interesting. Will Manelash actually try and use it? Or is he just going to use it for a little bit of EXP? And going to take neither option. Alrighty then. Meanwhile, Diego is once again checking the headbutt trees. Unfortunately, there's only 5 wild Pokemon that can be found in each tree, and unfortunately it runs into the first 2 as little shelters. They're not going to be too terribly useful to him, so Diego is just going to go ahead and once again check out that Dark Cave item, getting the Crush Drop GM, and we'll be moving on. Manelash is going to go ahead and we'll take the lead here. We're going to go ahead and switch over to Manelash, who is right now checking out the Ruins of Alph. I believe we'll be doing the Ruins of Alph first. We'll see for sure. Diego finds his Raichu. We'll see. We'll see if Diego decides whether to keep this Raichu or not. Sludge and some form of sleeping move might not be the exact. Nope. We'll see. What else does it have? Body Slam, Aurora Beam? It's not too bad a moveset. Raichu does have a pretty decent, not spectacular, but that's a Ho-Oh. HMO7 Waterfall for Manelash, so we are racking up the HMs very early on in this scene. Plain Badge! Alright! This is actually a really good end to Clear Bell. Nice! What a fantastic place this was. Ruins of Alph, the Escape Rope Chamber. That's a lot of items really early on, and also getting the Plain Badge before you even get to Goldenrod means that you don't have to spend too much time backtracking once you get there, because you will already have you can already get the Squirt Bottle item. Manelash is going to go ahead and do the Sprout Tower now, as Diego just goes ahead and heals back up his team. Has the Ho-Oh. Me personally, in the early game, I'm not necessarily a big fan of legendaries. I think legendary in the late game is a lot more useful, because that slow EXP curve can kind of start racking up. And unfortunately, Manelash is still running this Aerodactyl that has the accuracy moves of, well, They're not very good. But already doing decently. Mud Slap, it's a perfect accurate move, but it doesn't have a lot of base power, so not a whole lot of value in it either, unfortunately. Storm Badge already, our players are going to be able to fly. That is fantastic. So that means hopefully a lot less backtracking for these players. So this could end up being a pretty quick seed. We shall see. There's a lot of options that are opening up, and of course, having an Aerodactyl with Fly already is really, really nice, because it does get Stab on it. It might have a 2-turn attack animation, but I think in the grand scheme of things, you will take it over, well, not really having any accuracy at all. Rhydon, unfortunately, it is weak to 2 of Aerodactyl's moves, but once again, that accuracy really coming into play. I don't think that would have killed without the critical, so the other good side about Cross Chop, high base power, and the critical hit potential. Special Ho-Oh! Alright, so we have, what was it, Thunderbolt? That's what we saw. So we had Thunderbolt and Bone Club, Waterfall. It's not necessarily too bad. Ho-Oh doesn't have the greatest special attack in the world. As you can see, only 17 here at level... I guess it's level 5, so that's not too bad. But not even getting an extra level here could end up being unfortunate. Diego is kind of having a rough time. Did Diego actually go into the chamber? Diego is picking up the Storm Badge, so Diego can fly already, which is really useful. So, like I mentioned, there's not going to be a whole lot of backtracking, especially in the early game. This will allow our players to go kind of as far forward as they want without, or with Reckless Abandon, I should say. There's plenty of things that we could find. Manelash finishing up here in the Sprout Tower, a Dragon Fang. Last time we had the Dragon Scale, this time it's the Dragon Fang. Dragon Fang boosts the power of Dragon-type moves, and Scale is used to evolve your Seadra into Kingdra in the base game. Not exactly too bad. So Manelash is going to go ahead and work on Falconer. A Vaporeon lead, okay. Thundershock, that's not a powerful move. It does have a pluses chance, does not get it. Manelash is through the first trainer, as Diego is preparing to fight the Elder, if you will. Revival Herb was the pre-item, so it's not necessarily too bad. Pupitar, once again, having to rely on 80 and 70% accurate moves, but Manelash does make it through the fight relatively safely, and will be treated with what? We do have a PowerPoint up. That is nice. I didn't catch that. PowerPoint ups are pretty good for the mid game, so that you don't have to take as many Pokemon Center heals, or well, at least not as often, depending on what move you use it on. Magnemite, Bone Club, it does hit, takes it out. Diego is finished with Sprouted Tower, as Manelash receives the Energy Root and the Max Ether from Falconer, and ooh, there is a Drill Peck TM in play somewhere in this world. That is very fun knowledge to have. That kinda would reinforce Diego or Manelash's choice of mains. Manelash is going to go ahead and take the egg, and I believe drop it immediately based on his positioning. Yep. No reason. Manelash already has one extra Pokemon in the party, and hatching the egg is just a rather long animation. It's not anything too useful right now, and will be making his way towards Azalea, and then, of course, the Goldenrod. Probably picking up some repels, I think. Meanwhile, the Ho-Oh is getting levels just nicely, as he is getting ready to face Falconer's gym. We'll see if Diego has already done the Ruins of Alph. I have to admit I wasn't paying attention. Already having the Zephyr badge means that we can go ahead and check the Miracle Seed item. But unfortunately, we don't have cut, so we can't one-shot this this route quite yet. A jump kick. That is much more accurate than our cross chop that Manelash currently has on his Aerodactyl. Another super potion is pretty good, but unfortunately does not have a lot of money items now, so not sure. Still opting to not pick up the other hidden item ether here in the Pokemon Center. Doesn't exactly help too much. Diego is now through Falconer's Gym, finding out that there is in fact a Drill Pick TM somewhere in this world, probably further reinforcing his choice to take the Ho-Oh main. Unfortunately doesn't position himself perfectly to pick up the egg. I don't know, is Diego gonna drop it? Yes, good. Manelash finishing up Onion Cave. That's right. We have all of the fighting type moves in history sitting here, but unfortunately they're not exactly good. Ooh! Alright, so we have the Surf HM relatively early, but we don't have the Fog Badge quite yet, so we will not be able to use this to surf around. Second rare candy is nice to have. It's not too terribly bad. Alright, yeah, Diego had to have already checked. So Diego should have HMO 7, the Waterfall, the Clear Bell, and the Plana Badge. And is really only behind Union Cave and the Surf HM at the moment. So Manelash opting to go ahead and pick up doesn't have a lot of progression right now outside of the Rocket Grunts. Unless I missed something. Volcano Badge, it's nice to have, but you kind of have to turn around once you get to Goldenrod. Is Manelash just opting to try and check all of the items there and fly back to Azalea later? I guess that is a pretty good option right now. After all, might not exactly trust the Aerodactyl right now. Soul Badge. Okay. So already we are up to 5 badges, which means we have 2 more, and then Rocket Tower is in play. This is a very interesting setup. And now there is only 1. This is crazy. That's an interesting amount of progression here fairly early on, considering. Aeroblast is a decent move tutor move, but for Manelash, it's not exactly like worth anything right now. Let's see, what will you be selling? Cleanse Tag, Potion, Poison Cure Berry. Not again. We don't have a lot of money items in this early part of the seed. Flame Wheel. It's a decent TM. A couple of Escape Ropes for Manelash. Doesn't buy any revives. Does have the Revival Herb, so that's not too bad. Picking up the Waterstone, as Diego also opts. That's unfortunate. A move that causes confusion, so that's not an attack. So that means it is Confuse Ray. I believe that is straight up Confuse Ray, if I remember my stuff correctly. Diego picking up a second Pink Bow. And we'll be grabbing the Volcano and Soul Badges here in a moment. As Manelash finally gets a little bit of money item with the HP up. And we'll be checking the rest of the Goldenrod items. As Diego will be collecting the Soul Badge here in about 5 seconds. There we go. It's not too bad. Pin Missile! That's not necessarily a good damaging move. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage. It does hit multiple times, but it also has a lot of move lag. The Hive Badge is now in play for Diego as well. X Speed here from the Radio Card item. Not necessarily great. Manelash does not have a whole lot of options at this point. It is either go back to Azalea, try and defeat Whitney, or try and do like bug catching. maybe potentially getting a new main there? Who knows? Expansion card at the bicycle shop. Not too bad. Diego doing the items before purchasing. Cascade badge! We are already in Rocket Takeover mode. That is insane. We are 17 and a half minutes in, and the false director is already in Logic. That